The mind is a powerful thing. I was listening to a podcast today because, like I said, obviously I've been at the flat painting, yeah, and right, I heard one other podcast before. So basically, some psychologist person or whatever was on one podcast, and she was saying, yeah, that the mind is so powerful that she got a set of people. There was a study done or whatever. There was like 20 people. They don't lift weights. They do not go to the gym, nothing. But they got them to do some sort of visualization, them lifting weights and, you know what I'm saying, in it, getting bigger and that. You know, yeah, they had like a 10% muscle growth rate just from thinking about lifting weights. I was listening to a podcast earlier today when I was at the flat painting, yeah? And there was this chick that went to prison. So she was telling her story. So if you heard me talking about some woman earlier, it's different. I listen to quite a few when I'm painting and that. But basically, this girl went to prison, and the guy was asking her about like prison relationships and whatnot. And then he was asking this girl about like, oh, what happens to the chicks that are pregnant in prison? Because unfortunately, there are some chicks who end up in jail 2 months pregnant or 6 months pregnant. You know, the judge ain't really gonna spare you if you've got a gun in your house. He's gonna lock your ass up, innit? You don't give a fuck. So anyway, he was like, oh, what happens to the women or whatever who are in prison that give birth? So she was explaining it, but I remember distinctively she was saying that basically there was one girl in the prison and she was like kind of like on the slim side and that, and she didn't have much of a belly. No one knew she was pregnant, but for some reason they made her do a piss test and it revealed that she was pregnant. She weren't really and truly, she wasn't showing that she was pregnant. But as soon as she found out and she realized she was pregnant, a couple of weeks later, now she's showing that she's pregnant. Blood. It's the power of the mind, blood. How many times have you heard them people there? The doctor told them, yo, you've had cancer in your body for 1.5 years, 2 years. And these people were perfectly fine. A month later, when they found out that they got fucking cancer in their body, they die after a month. Blood, it's all in your mind, man. It's all in your mind, fam. So you sit there in the mirror and say, I'm a black person, my life is going to be harder. Well, guess what's going to happen? There's no advantages to thinking that I'm a black person and I'm from the cursed race and there's a glass ceiling. There's no advantages whatsoever. You are better off deluding yourself. Let's say the black oppression is real. You are better off deluding yourself and saying that, you know what, I have a chance, than saying I have no chance. Because I promise you, if you tell yourself you have no chance, nothing is going to happen. If you even delude yourself, yeah, and tell yourself that you have a chance, you have more chance of succeeding by deluding yourself than telling yourself there's no chance of success. I promise you, I guarantee. Like I say in my videos all the time, I'd love to have a crystal ball. One version is this version that you see in front of you, and the other version, well, he wouldn't exist because how could he be Jay Wise and he's got a negative, defeatist mindset? Be watching them dumb videos on YouTube about whether or not the royal family or George Bush is a reptile and all this crap, all of these conspiracy theories and that. Blood, stop watching these fucking conspiracy theories and do some fucking work, man. That's why so many people are broke. You've got time for everything else but doing some damn work. Foolishness. Do I believe in manifestation? Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying is basically like manifestation, isn't it? But I also believe in putting in the fucking work as well. Yeah. Yeah, you can sit there and manifest in the mirror all day long. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be rich. Yeah. Nothing's going to happen until you put the fucking work in. Yeah. So, yeah, you need to have a vision. Yeah. If you can't see yourself being successful, then you're never going to be successful. Yeah? You might lock up and win the lottery, but then you're just going to lose the money anyway. So you got to see yourself as being successful.